Today, from Empower Field at Mile High in Denver, this is Madden Football on EA Sports. As we'll see Jarrett Stidham and the Denver Broncos taking on Mason Rudolph and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Today we've got a fun, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Denver Broncos. And off we go from Denver. Taking it about the 1. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by a third-round pick back in 2018 out of Oklahoma State. It's Mason Rudolph.
And when Mason Rudolph is on the field, sometimes the scouting reports have to be revised a little bit because often quarterbacks like to throw short to get a rhythm. For Mason Rudolph, he loves the deep fade and he loves the deep post pattern. Anything over the top, those are his favorite shots downfield, and that's what gets him comfortable.
They'll fake it. Now Rudolph. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. Well, obviously, they never want to see penalties on that defense, but this one a little bit more significant there on the downfield pass play.
And coaches preach it all the time. You can't put yourself in that kind of position if you're the defender. You've got to stay in a spot far downfield where you can play the ball without creating extra contact.
Rudolph's throw complete there to Johnson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first.
What a start here to the ball game. You get the good kick return, followed by a quick first down through the air. If this defense isn't careful, they might be looking at a deficit before they know what hit them.
Now a play fake, and it's Rudolph. And the Broncos get there and take him down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Now it's Rudolph off the bootleg. And the pressure gets to him again. DJ Jones in there to drop him at sacks on first and second downs. Now leads to a third and long. Now make that a second sack here on their first drive out defensively. And not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
But they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. They'll fake the handoff. Now Rudolph. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. points, 1, 2, and 3, and their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
So now here are the Broncos with excellent field position to start off. They'll be led out by their quarterback at 6'2" out of Auburn. It's Jarrett Stidham.
For a brief time, he was thought to be a possible successor to Tom Brady while he was still in New England, but that didn't materialize. But opportunity may still knock for him to start in the NFL today. Definitely has the arm and mobility to make plays against NFL defenses. All he needs now is consistency.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football.
A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner, and with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
After the interception, here's Rudolph. That to the sideline, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, their defense got him the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brandon, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We got 2, we got 2. Do I hear 3? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now it's Stidham. Screen play set up for Williams. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down. How about the show put on by these 2 defenses in this first half? The fireworks don't have to be just offensively. Neither one of them giving an inch, and that's good coverage once again there to force another 4th down.
And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now it's Rudolph. Escaping the pressure right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 52 yards.
And normally when you think about huge field-flipping plays like this, it's that shifty slot receiver or that burner on the outside. Not here. That's a tight end doing work down the field. Where's the oxygen mask? He's going to need it after that one. A big, big play.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Rudolph. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up.
Anytime they think they've got him open beyond the markers, you know they're going to throw it his way. And that's not going to change even after that incompletion was forced.
First carry for Najee Harris. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
This now a 3rd and 4. Now Rudolph. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
So the Broncos coming out now. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. T.J. Watt in on the tackle.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Stidham's throw here into the hands of the receiver, Judy. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. The first catch for Judy, good for a 1st down. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the 1st down.
Now a 1st down carry, it's Williams. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Nice chunky yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. They go play action with Stidham. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Stidham. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Mason Rudolph and the Steeler offense back out there. He's been picked off twice in this ball game already. And they'll try to sort things out here as they begin with a 1st down. He's going to air one out. And this is incomplete. Well played defensively. Nearly had the interception, but it's 2nd down.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. The power move there couldn't buy him much space. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Here's Presley Harvin now. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And, partner, I know so far, we're still in the 1st half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
But you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about teams are locked in and going at it. No points going up on the scoreboard. I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
Well, I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something that maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Stidham. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Riley Dixon now to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. Here's Austin. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Play action. It's Rudolph. Steps away. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. Here's Rudolph off play action. He's going to let this one go deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They've had multiple like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
Flushed out right. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Alex Singleton making the play. So far, this is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
And Denver getting set to take the field. They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score, second quarter as they come up on 1st and 10. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Second down, Stidham to throw. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. They give it to Williams, running right. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Stidham. That's complete, right around the 8. And the Broncos are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to.
Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Marvin Mims from 3 yards out. And the Broncos post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Will Lutz on for the point after. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos. 5 plays there on that drive. And it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This taken in right around the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Flush to his right. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Rudolph on first down. Buying time to his left. Here's Johnson with a reception. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Rudolph. On the move to his left. And that one drops down incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's second down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Second and 10, Rudolph again. His throw incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Back to the air, Rudolph being chased out left. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
No surprise to see his sideline fired up by that big play. Heck, we're fired up, and we're supposed to be neutral. That's a quarterback putting his body on the line to fight and just barely get the first down. When he does something like that, it gets everyone ready to lay it all out there and try and match his intensity.
So a first and 10 now in Denver territory at the 42-yard line. Rudolph now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And he'll be knocked to the ground right there at the 22. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time. Now a gain of 20 here. Now Rudolph on first down. Steps away to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
It sort of looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag.
Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Deontay Johnson, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. And that was really just a great battle for that football on both sides. The result is a touchdown.
Ordinarily, I'd like to say it was a win-win, but it really wasn't because the defender, while he was there.
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Boswell good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So that drive in total 8 plays. And in the end, it was Deontay Johnson's touchdown catch to cap the drive. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out looking time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Stidham. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Stidham's throw taken in by Sutton. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 33. A nice pickup of 17 yards.
Well, they obviously red man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, Purple?
Yeah.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Cole Holcomb. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Steelers ready for their next possession. And now they start in plus territory following that turnover, as they'll try to get some points here before halftime. On first down, it's Rudolph. Escaping the pressure right. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete. Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
In motion left goes a tight end. Throwing on third down, here's Rudolph. He'll let this go for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit, because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
On is Presley Harvin now, as he'll send this one away. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. The Broncos going to go on offense now late in this first half. And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. From the gun, it's Stidham. Pass complete to Judy on the out route. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. 2nd down and 3. Here's Stidham to throw. Oh, that one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts. That's their second. They'll be down to 1 remaining here in this first half. Well, he's had the interception woes in this one, Charles, and that time a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy a few times in this game. A nice ball there against multiple defenders, and they advance it downfield.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Stidham will throw again. Over the middle, complete to Judy. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Here is 3rd down and 4. Now it's Stidham. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Touchdown, Broncos. Jerry Jeudy in the final seconds of the first half. And the Broncos have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. So that really an almost perfect drive as they chew up some clock and wind up scoring late in this first half.
And remember, they've got a chance to double dip here because they're going to get the ball first to start the third quarter. So they potentially could go up 2 scores before the other guys get a chance to do anything.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it ends with a Denver touchdown. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. A final shot before the break. Rudolph. He'll buy some time right. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. So we're at halftime here in Denver with the Broncos leading this one. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, back to you, too, in just a bit. But first, welcome everyone to downtown Orlando and our EA Sports Halftime Report. We were treated to a good first half of football by Jarrett Stidham. He came on after a slow start to fire 2 second-quarter touchdown passes and give his guys the lead at the intermission.
Touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. This offense set to begin the third quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
3rd and 1. Stidham. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Here's Stidham. Open man, and again it's Sutton. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Throwing again here, Stidham. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet. but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. To throw is Stidham. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This from 54 yards away. The kick by Lutz is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses them about 4 yards. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Rudolph. And he will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there because, to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Rudolph out to his left. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Rudolph's throw pulled in by Robinson here. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 42. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 42-yard line. They'll fake it. Now Rudolph. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Yeah, that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Again, it's Rudolph. Dancing to his, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That's Drew Sanders who got in there and dropped it. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. And this one will be touchdown right at the 30-yard line. Denver's offense ready to go again. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. A quick throw there is incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. T.J. Watt picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Even keeping the back in for extra protection on 3rd down, they still couldn't prevent the sack. Now it's 4th and long thanks to a terrific individual effort on defense.
Here's Riley Dixon now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Pittsburgh offense making their way back out. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on 1st down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Forced out to his left. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that 1st down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. Now a 1st down throw complete downfield. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 35.
That's the kind of play this offense desperately needed. They've got to be saying, our defense has kept us in the ball game. We're down, but we're certainly not out. And maybe that was the spark that they've been searching for.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now run straight ahead with Warren. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Harris running straight ahead. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Now a timeout called for by the offense. Mating as they burn one. Good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Boswell for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. So this drive spans 7 plays.
And it was Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
Now we give up the middle to Williams. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Broncos on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. From midfield now, here's Stidham. That is caught. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now Stidham on 1st down. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down.
Keanu Benton, the one who got in to bury him.
Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get, because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double teamed and sometimes triple teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Up the middle, it's Williams. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Now it's Stidham. And that is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to swell the lead to 6. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And that will keep this a 3-point game. Maybe an important 4th quarter miss as this stays a 3-point game.
Yeah, now overtime is very much in the equation here. Just what you mentioned, a 3-point game. They get a drive, put it through the post. We could have some free football, couldn't we?
Rudolph's throw complete to Freiermuth. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there at a first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Rudolph sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. DJ Jones able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Out of the gun, Rudolph. Buying time to his left. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards. And if you're thinking field goal from here, it's 48 yards. I think they'd like to get him a little help now on 3rd down to move it closer. Flushed out right. Oh, no, he lost the football. The Broncos say they have it. They do. Well, that's unfortunate because he had a nice run going, but give credit to the defense. They got a hand in the cookie jar there, CD.
You have to think about vision, finding a place to get down after you know you've gotten all you can out of a run, and obviously ball security is paramount. In today's football, everyone's coming after the rock. You've got to make sure you protect it and protect the yardage you just gained.
They begin the drive with Williams. A strong running. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good...
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. T.J. Watt able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Well, it's been a little bit of feast or famine because he's thrown for decent yardage, and obviously they've got the lead, Charles, but now he's been sacked 4 times.
And what I'm focusing on is his toughness in the pocket. Because you mentioned the feast or famine part, he's played well in between being dumped on his back. But every time he's had a chance to throw the football, he's been impressive.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Stidham on the slant, completes to Sutton. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Throw out wide is incomplete.
Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for Denver. Now Austin. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field.
Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Rudolph.
And his throw is incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Rudolph looking to throw it. Being chased out left.
Going across the formation, he finds Freiermuth.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 46. Here's Rudolph. He's going to wind up and air it out.
That is incomplete.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
Now it's Rudolph. Steps away to his left. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Kudos for the defense from me on that one because they were prepared the whole way for him to try to escape and hit them for more yardage running it. I like the way they stayed zeroed in on him and kept him contained when he pulled the ball down. I think he was fortunate to get what he did on that run.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
They're not out of it yet, but in order to come back, they need to play clean football the rest of the way. He makes a correct read there, passing on challenging a blanket coverage and getting the first down with his legs instead.
Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Steelers.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here.
They'll roll it, and he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags, and I believe this is going to be a first down.
Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Aaron Browning in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. Now Rudolph.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Aaron Browning drops him again for the 2nd straight play, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, when this drive began, the offense only needed a field goal, but the defense ramped up the pressure, and after back-to-back sacks, they're feeling confident they might keep them off the board.
And this kick is not going to get there. It's short and no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And they take a knee. Second and 11. Off the option, here's Williams. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. This should be the final piece to the puzzle as Stidham goes down to a knee.
Well, CD, for the losing side, they had opportunities in this one, but big plays just didn't go their way, especially late, and they have to suffer the L here.
It certainly felt like that takeaway